Let me start by thanking ICC Sri Lanka for inviting me to speak to you today. ICC has been working to support business interests in Sri Lanka since 1958, and I want to congratulate you for putting on such a terrific program. I am thrilled to be working with Dinal Phillips, the Sri Lankan court member, and thank you for everything you do to strengthen arbitration infrastructure in Sri Lanka, in Asia, and globally. We are very focused on expanding ICC's presence in Asia and meeting the needs of small and medium-sized businesses. Last year, 25% of the parties in ICC arbitration came from Asia Pacific. ICC is the global voice of business. Founded in the wake of World War I over 100 years ago by a pioneering group of entrepreneurs seeking to promote peace and prosperity through cross-border trade. They understood that to facilitate cross-border business, there needed to be a dispute resolution procedure that met the needs of global business. And they understood the importance of access to justice and the rule of law. That purpose is no more true than today. As cross-border business has continued to increase, businesses around the globe know that ICC is a trusted institution to resolve those disputes. Today, ICC administers cases involving parties from 145 different countries, with arbitration seated in 113 cities in 65 different countries, and arbitration awards drafted in 13 languages. Global business trusts ICC because they know that ICC is the only arbitral institution that is truly international, not tied to any one geography or subject to shifting political winds. Global business trusts ICC because they know that ICC understands the needs of business, and I will highlight just two key reasons why. First, our case management services. They are, quite frankly, the best. The counsel teams are accessible, responsive, and incredibly knowledgeable, and I am thrilled to be working with them. The ICC case management team in Singapore is now one of 6 offices where we administer cases, including Hong Kong, Paris, New York, Sao Paulo, and Abu Dhabi. You can reach out to them whenever you have a question or concern. And second, let me just say a word about the role of the ICC court. This is the most diverse ICC court in history, with 195 court members from 120 different countries, with more women than men. The ICC court performs 2 essential functions that are unique to ICC arbitration, and I'll just touch on those. First, the ICC court reviews draft awards before they are finalized to ensure that the tribunal has considered all of the issues to be decided, that the tribunal has taken into account all of the arguments of the parties, and that its reasoning is clear. Parties then know that they are getting what they paid for, the best likelihood of an enforceable award. And second, the ICC court determines whether to accept or reject challenges, assessing the independence and impartiality of arbitrators. And the court's reasons are now provided to the parties if requested. And this ensures transparency of the process. And transparency ensures that parties are better able to understand ICC's approach to such matters. Transparency equalizes access to information. So instead of some parties in the process having exclusive knowledge based on their previous experience, all parties, wherever they are in the world, can get the information they need to make better decisions. Now, my focus is ensuring that every aspect of international arbitration has a client mindset. Of course, outside counsel representing a party in arbitration has a client. But for arbitral institutions and the arbitrators, the parties in an arbitration must be thought of for purposes of this mindset as clients too. We have to be focused on ensuring that the parties, essentially our clients, are the ones driving the service requirements. Now, Richard Susskind, the prolific author and a member of ICC's governing body for dispute resolution services, has explained that when people visit a surgeon, it's not because they want surgery. They want health, and surgery happens to be the means by which they hope to achieve that objective. And likewise, when parties are in a dispute, they don't hire a lawyer because they want an arbitration. They have a dispute and they want a resolution. Now, I served as outside counsel for more than 25 years, and I was always asking my clients at the very beginning of the matter and throughout the process about their objectives, to design our strategy or shift our strategy to meet those objectives. So from my perspective, the best way to identify what parties want in each particular case and to improve our ability to respond to those desires is to engage the parties themselves more deeply in the arbitration process. With this approach, parties can have more control over the way in which the dispute resolution unfolds. Now, given the expanded role of in-house counsel over the last decade to more of a business strategist and risk manager, we have the opportunity to ensure that the arbitration process better reflects this role. We know that today, general counsel primarily serve as counselor to the CEO, to boards of directors. They play a vital role in devising and implementing major strategies and operational objectives to create value and competitive advantage. General counsel are relied upon to assess risk. So if we bring them into the arbitration process, having them play a more central role, they can make the types of calls in real time, and they can have more control over and input into the way the dispute proceeds. First, we are focused on communication. We can start by asking in-house counsel, and not just outside counsel, whether they want to be copied on all communications. When they're copied, it invites them into the process. Second, we want to encourage in-house counsel to participate in the case management conference or the preliminary hearings. And I know from recent experience when chairing a tribunal that having counsel participate at that preliminary hearing enabled us to resolve a dispute about timing of the hearing right away. I just asked everybody to go on mute, and counsel could speak with their clients, and the issue got resolved much more effectively and efficiently without follow-up communication. And third, we don't want to think about the procedural timetable as written in stone. Instead, if the procedural timetable in an arbitration has some flexibility for adjustment without unnecessary postponement, there may be situations in which the hearing can be shortened or certain matters can be resolved more effectively on the papers, and the parties may want time frames into the schedule that they could have a pause and try to negotiate a resolution. It is my hope that ICC is viewed as a partner you trust when disputes arise. Because business issues are in our DNA, and our objective is to help business get back to business. So I hope you will reach out to me at any time, and I look forward to working with you and hopefully meeting you soon in person.